These feet haven't walked through much life yet, just 6 years or so. Reminders along the halls of Hacker Elementary try to guide them.
We're going to have fun. We're going to play some games.
Lately, encouragement isn't enough.
What are you going to say to drugs?
No! This is one of 40 groups of young students pharmacist Robert Goforth has stood before.
Have you guys ever been to a pharmacy? Do you know what a pharmacist does?
The lesson is fittingly elementary.
Even if you're 7 or 8 or 10 or 15, you only take medicine from a trusted adult, right? Because
It's a baseline about prescription medications.
you think that's candy or medicine? Oh, I got you all. The first one was candy and the second one's medicine. They look a lot alike though, right? Yeah.
Kids learn what to look for and how to use them.
Cindy takes more medicine than instructed. Do you think that's a good choice or a bad choice? Bad choice, right?
How to store them and how to stay safe around them.
And where's the safest place to keep medicine? Locked cabinet. Yes. They thought I was crazy whenever I call the schools and I say, I want to talk to your kindergarten class, I want to talk to your first and second and third graders, and etc.
To understand why Goforth does this, you have to meet his kids. 2-year-old triplets, Christian, Abigail, and Benjamin.
Besides spending time with my children, this is what I do.
Why?
Why? Because if I don't, who's going to educate these children? Who's going to save them? Because I have 4 children, statistics are against me.
He says 25% of students leaving high school in this state will have tried illegal drugs or have an active addiction.
Substance abuse prevention is the only way. You can't cure addiction or you can't cure everything retrospectively. If you don't prevent it, we've lost the battle. No, I said locked medicine cabinet, right?
That's why he speaks to young students, hoping for state requirements for life skills lessons at every elementary school.
English scores, math scores, whatever, they don't matter. If they don't have the life skills to get through life, then none of that even matters. And 25% of our children are failing because we are failing.
Trusting adult.
Yeah, you guys got it.
What matters to him is creating a path these students can follow.
Emergency.
I need somebody at my apartment. My son is overdosed.
Yeah, I'm gonna lift him up.
90 to 95% of our calls are drug related.
He's not breathing. He's not breathing.
It's really sort of Russian roulette at this point as to what's inside.
Good evening, I'm Miranda Combs and welcome to WKYT Investigates. Tonight, the state of addiction in Kentucky. There's not a single person in this state that hasn't been in some way affected by the drug epidemic, including the people that work behind me, and also the first responders that bring overdose victims to hospitals across the state. First responders are seeing the brunt of the epidemic by not only trying to save lives, but also trying to understand the addiction.
You added me to the run at engine 5 and 220 is on, show me 97.
This isn't about one patient, or even about one county. This is about a statewide shortage.
We're guessing there's a 35% shortage in the state of Kentucky.
The shortage is paramedics. An example of the problem is in Owen County, where time is running out.
We just don't know where this is going to go, and it's a frightening place to be.
At the strike of midnight, this small hospital in Owen County will close. This isn't a new thing. Rural hospitals all over the state are shutting their doors for good, not able to survive. But just because the hospital is gone doesn't mean the people are.
What scares you the most?
The inability to answer a call, having a call go unanswered. For us, losing the local hospital, our transport times will increase from 20 to 40 minutes.
And here's where things get tricky. Owen County's EMS director Dan Brigno says his team is terribly understaffed.
I'm not the only one. Ask any other counties surrounding us. We're all in the same position.
And that position is changing positions.
Just a little more logistical footwork now.
He is He's one of 2 paramedics on each shift, but you won't see him on an ambulance. He's now in a chase car.
I may have to jump a call and leave one call to go to another call.
It's an old concept they're bringing back to life because they don't have a choice.
I think it's a crisis over the entire region. I mean, we're not the only service that's having to resort to the chase car method now.
So the chase car for us gives us the ability to move that paramedic, that advanced life support provider, which we're short on, to that vehicle, and they can remain in the county.
It's an efficiency Band-Aid. Other counties do it. They may call it a supervisor's car, but it's the same idea. You see Fayette County show up at a scene with multiple EMS units. In Owen County, you'll get one and an SUV. So the county is in education mode.
The problem is that we get calls for stuff. I have a splinter. I've sprained my ankle at 3 o'clock and it's just hurting so bad I need a ride to the hospital. People view EMS as a taxi service in a lot of places.
Their job is to respond no matter what the call. They know that, but when they're crunched with a skeleton staff, they want the runs to count.
14-1 cop.
Yeah, Timber.
We are responding. My problem is that some folks just don't understand that calling an ambulance is for a life-threatening event.
This county is facing many unknowns. Once the doors close on this hospital, these guys are the only emergency care providers around. They are trying to make it work, with few working. But will it? Only time will tell.
Educating the community on when to dial 911 is the primary goal now over the next couple months.
A lot of homes have a flag hanging. It's understood there's national pride, but the stories behind the flags sometimes are history-making.
That's me. Then, I don't look a lot different, do I?
Thought it was you now.
60 years ago, Jody Rife was a screaming eagle.
101st Airborne was always ready. We could move on an hour's notice.
They were trained for war, but instead sent on a mission involving their own country.
You don't forget things like that.
And an internal battle.
Several of the 26 C-130 aircraft, which brought paratroopers of the 101st Airborne Division to Little Rock, Arkansas, based from Fort Campbell, Kentucky.
The job was to escort the Little Rock 9, integrating an all-white school in Arkansas. It would be a major event in the American Civil Rights Movement.
They came in the station wagons primarily. They brought them to the school. We met them at the sidewalk and escorted them to their room. We stayed with them all day.
Rife spent about 10 days escorting the 9 to and from school, trying to calm an atmosphere of resistant change.
They had kids putting lighted cigarettes down those kids' back. They had bruises from where people had kicked them.
The troops alternated who they escorted as not to get attached. But for Rife, there was one student.
She looked pitiful, you know, she did. And so I just said, you know, this is my responsibility.
Rife escorted Minnie Jean Brown for 2 days. He says he was supposed to stay outside her classroom.
I wasn't supposed to go in the room. But she came to the door and asked me to come in, that some kid had tripped her. And you know, you got to realize, I've got a carbine, you know, and so I said, move your foot.
Over the days, Rife and Minnie Jean Brown would exchange simple conversation.
But on the way down the sidewalk, she drops a note. She wanted me to pick it up. So I did, I just stuck it in my pocket. That's what she had scribbled that note on there, just thank you so much for watching over me and protecting me when I needed it.
Years and decades passed. That mark in history, though, remained.
So I just decided I would see if I could contact her and see if she remembered me.
Rife found Minnie Jean Brown's email and sent her a quick note. She quickly responded.
I remember you and the events as if it were yesterday. When I saw your name, all I could feel was how you actually saved my life. There was this person who was nice to me, whether by orders or by choice, didn't matter.
Rife and Brown still correspond every now and then about family and work and life, not by orders, but by choice. In Lexington, Miranda Combs, WKYT.